Hello.
Welcome back to Not Quite Nerds.
Not Quite Cool Kids.
I'm Jay.
I'm TJ.
And this episode is the second to last, the penultimate episode of Never Stop
NSBU.
Sign
Never Stop Blowing
Language.
Up.
Never Stop Blowing Up. Called Without Our Siblings.
Without our siblings.
La Familia.
Lots has happened. We're close to the end, guys.
This is almost the end.
Brief recap is that we went to the club. Recap. Brief recap. We learned that Jennifer's lonely. We learned that
There's a lot of great moments with
that
Greg.
that Effie's
Wendell.
character makes people come. We learned
We got one DM moment from Iffy, which is that
we
which
almost
what
got a
that was.
kissing scene between Vic and Wendell.
Vic and Wendell.
But it didn't
Who?
happen.
Vic and Wendell?
Yeah. Vic.
Liv.
and Wendell.
Oh my gosh, we are a mess today.
Liv
But
and
anyway, the
Wendell.
episode finished.
Hey, I'm
with
not the one that didn't press the call.
We finished in the jungle, where I thought there was another Arthur Eggfort
Suicide.
double homicide thing that happened. Because I thought that in that moment he shot himself.
No, but I believe that he got shot because he has information on how they're going to get out, because we found out that Dave is the president.
Oh yeah.
So then it was like, oh, we got to stop this guy from letting them get out because he wants order for all eternity.
And he
but why
loves
can't
it.
Dave just stay there and then we can get out?
Yeah, exactly. No, because you have to have the whole team. That's why they couldn't leave in the scene.
But what if they take his MacGuffin, crush it, and then he has to stay
And then
there
he
forever?
doesn't have to leave. And how do you know his MacGuffin is?
Up his ass. Let's watch the movie.
See you in the episode.
Hi, awesome action heroes. Ooh,
I was going to say the
sleeveless.
transformation is complete, but it's not quite.
Gross.
But he was already wearing the... He's even got bloody nose.
Secret cliffside. If Nwadiwe became game master for 60 seconds.
Yes, he did.
Wendell used that
Such
to
a
get
good point of
everybody
last
access to
episode.
protection as
That was
Wendell
perfect.
went after
That was a perfect moment to get that.
Perhaps a very sad and sorrowful lone room of
Oh.
Jennifer Drifts, who, along with
Sorry, Jenny from the block.
Russell, was able to
Cute
Okay,
little
gorgeous.
red
I was
moment.
going to say Gorgina. I'm
Gorgina.
sorry.
Gorgina.
unveiled all of the Shadow
Gagachandra.
Falcon's secret data, along with Matilda Drops,
Can't he bop?
your long-lost partner.
Oh, Jacob's wearing a safari because they're in the desert. I mean,
Cute.
safari shirt because they're in the desert. Great. Everything makes sense.
Yeah.
June seemed
Pyramids.
to die. You saw Barsimi and he was ready to send you back, but you couldn't go back.
Yeah.
And that's when you looked on the TV and saw President Slater Hancock talking about tightening things. Slater Hancock is the president.
Our hottest president.
Hottest president. Dave got sucked into the tape with you.
Oh, so they must have mentioned it at one point.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I remember
But
them
they
being
let
like,
it
do you think
go.
Dave's in here? Even like in the first couple
Yeah.
episodes.
But they didn't really have anything to think that he would be, you know?
Bullet shot through
I think
Barsimi,
Brennan
his head,
did
Damien
purposefully
Bain.
didn't put anything in front of them to make them even
Fully.
look for it.
And with that, you are
This is
surrounded
the
by
second to
warrior
last
kings
episode.
as the
How is
noise
this
of
gonna freaking
roaring
wrap up?
Aircraft coming towards you.
I love that because we don't have any like combat boards. We've gone so prop heavy this season.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so prop heavy.
Yeah.
Entrance to the six of you.
Uh-oh.
Wendell, time slows down.
Sit up.
Simeon has a bullet through his head. On the ground, dead. And you see looking up at you goes,
Ooh.
bury my body where Usha can visit me.
My house?
Bury me in Usha's house.
In Usha's house.
Ringing.
Don't they not come out as a body but sludge? Should just be
Yeah.
a big jar of sludge.
Just like the body, but without bones.
Can I try and get a chunk of his brains and take my pen out and run a DNA sequence?
This is going to be Tech 10.
Clone.
Just Tech 10.
Can I lend him a tech die? Are you 20 on?
I'm 10.
So you can roll a d20 on this one.
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
Great.
Slay.
Wow.
9.
Okay, 9. That's one shy of 10. Your pen scans the DNA, and it just comes up. Damien Bain.
Someone else.
Oh, because that's it. I know that this has been happening. It's episode 9, but that is what's crazy is none of them have turbo tokens at the start of every
Yeah, because they
episode.
have to spend them all.
So and then when they roll bad,
Oh,
they can't do
they
anything.
not just that they have to spend them all. They're not allowed.
yeah,
them.
they expire. So
Yeah.
it's like when a moment like this, you can't do anything.
Yeah,
Which I think helps level out the fact that even if you have a D20 in your highest thing, you can still roll a bad
Yeah,
roll.
yeah.
And you can't just use tokens
Totally.
to get you to what you need.
All D12 stunts.
That's an 8.
Okay, 8.
Yay.
Thank you. Good thinking.
Wendell, you look at Russell.
Thank
and
you.
Going down to like help grab this body, and honestly, the dog tags come off so easy because like 5 more bullets. Barsimian's head's mostly gone.
Oh,
So getting
no.
the dog tags off is just pretty
It's
easy.
just off his neck.
But the thing is,
To get his body,
the president wouldn't know.
give me a stunt.
Maybe the president has so much access that they know that the PCs are there.
Maybe? You're right. How does that make sense? I think that is also why it also encourages you to play the game
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you want to fail.
Yeah.
Just as much as you
Double
want to win.
blow up.
Just as much as you want to blow up, you also want to fail so you can get the tokens.
Yeah. Full.
It makes so much sense. Amazing.
Without only the first one had the tokens.
Oh, true. No tokens. They can't double them.
Yeah, fully.
So that is.
12.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Go, Ellie. Go.
Get away from me.
That's what I'm like. Okay, we're up to 20? Yeah. Up to 20?
Okay.
Up to 20 for top.
Dang, just in 2
Unbelievable.
turns.
Do it.
When spending turbo tokens to boost a check against an attack, each token is worth 2 instead of 1.
Okay, so you're at 9 right now.
Okay, great.
Cool.
What do you want? To talk to you. This is a D10.
Yeah, that's a 10.
So then I don't blow up, and that didn't happen.
Okay.
So wait, I got a 7. Each of these is worth.
17. Each of these an 11.
What's going
there,
on?
and it blows up.
Yes.
Yeah, if
So
he's
now I'm a D.
It's like,
That
do you want me to
was such a
hold? I thought
cute-
it was just asking to hold it for
That
her.
was such a cute moment because I was like, if he wants to talk to you. It's so
Yes,
cute.
please,
It's like,
teacher. Add to me, please,
I love
teacher.
getting cute like snippets of humanity, just being like,
Yeah.
If
How
you
good does it look to see all the buttons be green?
oh, I know.
And they're in the forest, and so it's all green. Everything's green.
Everything is green, and even the table.
Mm.
Oh, because in the forest.
No, because also they were lit up with.
Specific.
Yeah.
So if
So
you
if
were
Ellie
red,
was-
then
yeah.
it was red.
Yeah.
No, the band around the table. The band around
Yeah,
the
the
table.
band around the table was
Gosh
also red
darn
in
it,
front
I'm
of
not
them.
paying attention
Because-
because I need to cough. What?
No, do a real thing, please. Get your
Okay,
water.
all good now.
Get your water before
Continue.
you.
What?
Get your water before you keep going.
No, I'm good.
Okay, well, that's gonna last 2 minutes. Play.
8.
8. Cool.
Woohoo!
You avoid injury. Boom, 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 boom,
Nice,
boom.
nice,
Wait, so
nice.
they're attacking us.
Yes,
It's
the
not
warrior.
like the outside stuff. We're being attacked by 2 different
The
groups.
warrior kings are attacking you
Because-
because they believe that you are part of the assault force that just killed Barsimian. Now you see
need to do like a,
number of
persuasion
jets
check.
coming in,
Yeah.
and they are.
Wait, that's what they did.
Bombs.
Persuasion check.
These are US
Again,
stealth
to the
forces.
warriors.
As they are
Oh, I
zooming
didn't know.
past,
Hot
I'm going
check
to
from
need,
Izzy.
a
I thought it was
stunt
just to
check
get them to
from each
fight
of
the
you
president.
to
I didn't realize it
avoid
was to
bombs going
believe
No,
that
it's
they're not
basically a
bad.
persuasion
Right.
check, yeah.
A general
If you
persuasion.
fail by 5 or more, you take an automatic injury level.
Oy, oy.
Okay, take 2 turbo tokens.
9.
9.
By 5 exactly.
Gah!
Nat 1.
Ah!
3. I got a 3.
Lower
is that?
is
Nat
the
one
injury
isn't Nat
level
one
from the bombs
anymore.
going. You don't take an injury level. So a couple other injury levels around.
Whoa.
Right? Cool. Bombs go up throughout. As
Oh,
they
that
do,
was actually
Russell
under
standing
Jacob.
there
I was
with
like,
dog
why
tags
is
near you.
the
You see
graphics so far away?
Right.
a pilot in the front seat looks at you, sharp nose on this jet, and it is going to charge you and attempt to disarm the dog tags by like hooking them on the nose of the plane.
What the hell?
Oh,
A plane.
Great.
Um,
I shout to everyone so they know what's going
A
on.
plane's trying to steal your neck.
Yeah, the plane's gonna kind of like.
yeah, like a dolphin gets sort of like bouncing something on its nose. Plane is going to make an opposed
Oh my
brawl
gosh.
check
Okay.
with you. This is gonna be box of 2.
Not even a helicopter.
Plane
Like
rolls.
a helicopter somehow seems a little bit more believable, and I already hate it.
Yeah.
Not a dexterous plane.
Not a dexterous plane. yeah.
Rigid plane.
Go ahead, see if we can beat a 4 on a brawl.
Oh my god.
Okay.
How many do you have token?
Obviously, I gotta spend it. Oh, I don't have one. Does someone have a token?
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
got a lot.
Sorry.
You can use one of mine.
Thank you.
Okay.
Literally, we just need
Matt,
2.
cool. So the plane.
Oh,
The plane
one.
gets really close to stealing these dogs.
Plane
Like, hey,
it like it charges
Hey,
you,
buddy.
and you have to like flip out of the way. And you just took martial artists, so you use some like aikido redirection and just gently nudge
Cute,
the plane
love it.
off of you. As,
Brennan is wearing a sleeveless tank, like a fully tank top.
I'm trying to show some restraint, but
yeah.
every time you
well,
say
you
plane.
are in.
A chance to roll this again.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
That 20. I
I'm
didn't.
bust.
Oh! 2.
So you see the Warrior Kings are like, we're in. Just a whole slew of insane weaponry, like that kind of like hip-mounted chain.
Yeah,
gun.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
One of
yeah.
them just takes out a bunch of like those cartoon round black bombs with huge fuses. They're like, let's get it done for Damian Bain! And all of them sort of salute the X on the ground where they just watch him get buried in the previous round.
Can I see like what kinds of weapons these planes
With so like so much gusto.
Yeah.
So aggressive.
We love you, sir.
I use
You are everything to me.
Totally.
You're my hero.
ability to
I would die for you.
I die for you.
those weapons to
And when they do this, their head explodes.
I bet these beans aren't as good as my beans. Trying to be Jack.
Whoa!
Trying to be-
It's happening.
At least it's not Jeff.
Of Jack sounds like what to the outside?
Yeah, one more time.
Sounds like Randers.
Playing a tape.
Someone who doesn't know how to use their mouth.
If it's lower.
17!
Woo!
That's fine.
Usha, I think you know that in your mind, G13 knows how to
Yeah.
activate this missile and is not telling Usha how to do it. But in this moment where you're able to give this
that
this
big.
advantage here, what does Usha say to Paula?
Usha, pretend that's Dawn's new girlfriend up there. Yeah, us oldies gotta stick together.
Oh my god.
Paula straddled. And she's really getting into Jack's body. She's like, all right, let's roll.
Roll.
Cock-a-doodle-doo,
Which also
bitch.
lowers CC check by
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
3 if I'm protecting my friends.
Yeah. Straddle on this missile, and that was the whole thing. Was like you didn't know how to set its homing device up, but if you do, you set it, fire it, and
It's just fucking
ride the
crazy.
rocket, steering it with your hand right into the.
Oh my gosh.
And are you the stealth bombers? And
This is crazy.
No one
you
knows.
knock one of the planes.
I
out
want
of the
an
sky
animation of
and
this.
Begin to fall probably several hundred feet back to the earth, and that's where we're gonna end your turn.
And I go, cock-a-doodle.
Thank you.
Who else is going?
I have a stupid question.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, you said there was a bunch of beans in an
Oil drum. Yeah.
Oh no. It's not oil in it.
Can I tip it
Oh, okay.
and get the plane to slip? Can I do the thing I tried to do earlier, but now it's more meaningful because I'm trying it a second time?
So
Slip
when
on
you were in
oily
an action
beans?
movie, you were like, people are always slipping. Home Alone is my favorite action
Hey, it's a
That's
good
a
movie.
great
It's
call.
a good movie.
But people are slipping all the time.
I want you to know
That's
that
true,
the
those
more
movies-
I get buttered up,
Slipping on
the more I
bananas
wanna
is like-
see it happen.
That's what I'm saying.
An everyday
For me,
thing.
The first time someone asked you about stupid idiot. No, oil drum full of
But
beans.
that's just what they're in.
And then I'll put my shirt on it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like it's not got oil.
A big bunch of beans.
The-
Now
and
that's slippery.
The plane is gonna.
Beans
descend
are
with the
slippery.
nose So that then it's going on the ground, and then
And then I want it to slip and crash
Can I
and
help?
lose control.
Are they molasses baked beans?
Yeah.
a little bit of
There
bacon
you
in
go.
there.
Pretty slippery,
Pretty
pretty
slippery.
gunky.
Pretty gunky.
He's asking if I can do a little bean slip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bean slip.
So
I'm
just
gonna
like
say-
Hey,
Jeff-
again,
just
the
ask-
the freaking plane was trying to steal the dog tags. I don't feel this is that crazy.
It's just
No, I'm not saying.
attacking the
Don't
plane.
use the plane.
Put your shirt on
Why
the
don't you
baked
just
beans,
grab
it's
the
great.
beans and then throw the beans
Usha, go
in
ahead,
front
hit
of the
me.
mirror
You know what? I
of
won't
the
use it.
window
I'm not
of
gonna
the
be a jerk.
plane?
I'm not gonna be a jerk. Injury
This is
check.
gonna be a nat 20.
That didn't matter.
Because it was cocked or because
It didn't matter.
You have to consider Brennan how
And you're
upset-
being weird.
And you're
Do I suck?
yeah.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
suck.
Here's the thing. People will be so sad if this doesn't work because they'll see that I am.
They know that your whole arc is about whatever this is. They know that.
That's a nat 1.
You can make it blow up.
Choose to max.
Plus, it makes me feel good has to be a nat 20, but you can choose to make that
That's
next roll
great.
if you
That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't get to be the GM and say, actually, Rekha, this move slaps so hard, everyone gives you a standing ovation. That the rest of you a purple heart. The rest
It gives you a purple heart.
We normally reserve this for people injured in the line of duty. This was so fucking smooth. So you could
Yeah,
But
yeah,
isn't Dave the president, so Dave would have to give her the
Yeah,
purple
yeah,
heart
yeah, yeah.
anyway?
No, Rekha will get a purple heart.
yeah.
You just need to get it out of these beans. I push over the oil drum of beans, put my shirt on top of it, and I put fake shadow cloud from just a USB of fun pictures from the internet. And I put that and I say, come and get it.
There, by the way, there are 5 bombers. So one's already been blown
Again,
up by
Jay
Jack
said
Cat.
no
Another
USBs
one
in this
here,
era.
like tapped into their radio, goes, the beans are a hologram, boys. That's more sky. And flies straight down.
Oh my God.
Straight down.
Shadow Falcon protocol.
No, he wants it. He's going after
He
it.
thinks that Usha planted it in the middle of the sky.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can see through the shirt into the beach, just like more sky.
That went full in.
Yeah, we need people to realize that actual American masculinity is Bugs Bunny. That's what we're all going with.
That's what Jennifer was
Upon
doing.
seeing this, Wendell no longer believes in God.
Yeah.
Christianity down.
And getting sucked into a VHS didn't do it.
No. This is what did it.
Yeah.
This is the straw.
This is the straw that broke Wendell. Yeah, you hear over the radio being like, Shiloh, don't do it. That's beans. We got briefed on it earlier. You saw it. They came out of the drum.
We got
It's
briefed
just
on
beans
it
from the
earlier.
floor. And you see he goes, no, man. That's more sky. Wide open spaces. Boom.
Oh my God.
Good.
I love the idea that there was a briefing.
Yeah.
Just remember, there are no beans are always illusions.
Insane ideas.
Hey, that slapped. And here's a purple heart.
Bon appetit.
Oh my God. The screen explosion.
That was such an Izzy move. That was something Izzy would say.
You said
Bon appetit?
at the awards ceremony for the purple heart.
Be amazed with the purple heart. I also just realized G13's hoodie's probably still on. It's just he took his shirt off.
Yeah.
So he's just no shirt.
He can't not wear a hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
Slashers down on the nose.
You slash down.
I'm surprised
right,
that so
you're
many
like,
people
we're gonna
are
shave
on
that
such
nose
large amounts of
right off.
D4s still.
Not going to be able to steal anymore.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
by more than 5. So you realize you can chop through the engine and fully blow up this plane. Or you can chop just enough that the plane just can't steal anything.
Sounds like you're presenting two options, one that has no advantage.
No, I want you to know, like in this moment, you can eradicate this and add to your kill count. Or if for some reason Liv wants to have this be a little bit less violent, and like
No, say no more. Liv was aiming for the nose, goes right through the pilot's
Oh my God. Fully.
body.
yeah, incredible.
Face and
Does
body.
cut the nose off. If you slash through the middle of the cockpit, then bam, plane blows up.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
wreathed in
Oh,
flames
kill
standing
count.
there with the
Yeah,
halberd,
yeah, exactly.
and
Where are we
you
at
are no
for-
longer being pursued by this Harrier jet. You've
I think
saved
it's in
For
the final
dang.
episode.
Dang dang.
That's instant. Thank you.
Kingston is a different campaign.
The funny thing that the Vox, what's his?
Vox Machina?
overhead.
No, sorry. completely. Vox Phantasma.
Yeah, Phantasma.
just talking about Critical Role here. Sorry, that's not what that
I was
means.
like gonna say, because I was absolutely gonna say Vox Populi.
I
Vox Machina.
you were gonna say Vox Populi. I said Vox Machina. Neither of them
None
are the
of
ones.
them were correct. So
Vox Phantasma. Correct.
was the one who said,
Can I say
"Wherever
that
you were."
in like a corner of the brush, camouflaged, I see like a large gun barrel, and I move it, and it's an AT-ST.
Yes, absolutely.
What's that
It's like a
one?
2 walking mech suit from Star Wars. Incredible. Like one of those like big ones in the snow, but I'm
You know, it's the little two-legged ones
Yes.
that the Ewoks fuck up in Return of the Jedi.
yeah.
You see that there's like a little two-legged mech there.
Nerds.
Yeah, I would love to be in that mech, and I would love to shoot.
I think it's underrated the moments that Jacob has taken with his tech. Like he has had I like the contrast between him and G13. Well, let's say Greg / Dang
Yeah.
and G13 / Usha's journey with tech, because he's used to super high fancy, and then obviously the other one is high fancy as well, but like hacking, like you're trying to bend it to your will, but he's got like specifically designed. He's like, my pen will do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. And I was like,
I also do feel like somehow, and not somehow, obviously all of Dang's references are references versus Usha, who's making shit up.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean? Like,
Which is
I'm
way more
literally making
hackery,
stuff-
and it
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
But like, I'm making stuff up that I've never seen before because I don't watch movies. Versus someone who's like, I've seen this in a movie. My pen will
my
turn
pen
into
will
a
do
sword.
this. My cufflinks
Yeah,
will do this,
yeah.
and then like,
And then there's a
I
mix
like-
suit. Like a mix suit is a
Well,
crazy thing
that
to
was
ask
part
for,
of-
but it's also like
But that was part of his extra ability anyway,
Yeah,
where
right.
it was like there would be some sort of item that
Yeah.
would suit me. And I like that Brennan doesn't make him roll if he has it. He just rolls if it was successful. And,
Yeah.
Or if
If it
he
works.
gets the information that he actually wants.
Yeah.
And I really like it because it seems so low-key that sometimes I'm like almost on the verge of when Iffy took the Vic ethanol moment of like, he's like, oh, like you're allowed to just kind of make a call of what your character has. It's not like Dan goes, oh, I have all these different, like his type of spy will have stuff, but he doesn't have it in his inventory that he has a DNA scanner.
yeah. It's just like it's just his brain
Yeah, which I really
and
like.
whatever he
Props.
can imagine.
Yeah.
So cute.
Stunts
I love the
from
intern that had to go
everybody
back through
avoid if you
every
fail by
season
5
of
or more,
Dimension
you take another
20
injury
to
level.
find out the highest kill count.
That is
Blow up. Boom.
And on the money.
11. I'm gonna blow it up.
I got a 9, so I'll blow it.
I don't
Blow
think
it
it's an
up.
intern. I think they actually have.
Yeah, Shawbok. Like
Yeah,
not
yeah.
even directing anymore, just out the back.
Izzy just double blowed up so many tokens.
12.
Okay, so you got, I'm gonna say falling in midair as the planes come back around to bomb everybody, you land on the windshield of another jet in the
Yeah.
sky.
That music.
Jack, get this plane for us. We can fly it out of here.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go. Good morning.
Cock-a-doodle doo.
Good morning, full Jack,
Yeah.
Jack Manhattan has taken over. Unbelievable. Okay.
What you want for breakfast?
I love
Fail.
Izzy.
You don't get a fiber. You're our driver. Looks like there's another whip up there that could use a good pair of hands.
I love that.
Does the double finger
A
like
whip.
the fucking piercingly loud whistle, and you see he goes, Tony, and a jaguar leaps
they do
out of
this
the
Tony.
and skids.
Jaguar.
Tony the jaguar and skids
Tony the
in
tiger.
front of you and has a full
Oh
cowboy
my
saddle.
god.
All right.
Idiot.
2 planes, you got the jeep. We're gonna try to grab another plane. And you see all of them leap, rip parachutes, and splat into the beans, believing that it was more sky.
Oh.
And
Joe, you're so greasy.
looking at the different planes flying through here, it's
That's
now your
stupid.
turn once again.
They
What is it
also
you wanna
thought
do
the
this
beans
moment?
were sky.
I want to punch through
'Cause they're
the
dumb.
windshield of the jet and pull the pilot out.
try and find some adrenoxyl plutonium
Beautiful.
sulfate
Good
in
call.
the area. And I asked the guys.
Oh, one of these crates.
Because that's all they all took that.
Go through the crates, they might have lots, and then you can all have some, and then you can use it.
The other thing too is because you know how they had that special ability where they could manifest any weapon. They could have manifested the plutonium sulfate.
So I'm so sorry I yawned and you're talking, and like this is the one time that you can't cut away to anything. I'm so sorry.
I love that you pay
Do you wanna say
attention
it
to
again?
me.
Do you want to say it again?
Fine.
I was listening.
I'm saying that the with their ability to manifest any weapon, they can manifest. I think theoretically they could have manifested
Plutonium.
a box of plutonium sulfate.
True, because that is a weapon.
Yeah.
You can make everyone give us a standing O and a purple heart. And then
A standing O.
No, but
is,
that's the funny
a
thing,
standing
it's
O
like-
is a standing orgasm.
That's what it is.
Oh no, standing ovation.
I think that's what they're
Implying.
implying.
Okay, sorry, I'm behind.
Or maybe not. I don't know. But that's funny because that also sounds like what happened with Plugs But Ugly Stuff Hut, where he buried himself.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah.
he was found buried underground
He's like, you will find me underground.
from the drugs.
Yeah. He took the Kublai and then he disappeared in
Yeah.
front of them.
Damien had run out. You see tons of empty bottles of this stuff all over. Didn't someone take like a radioactivity meter in the last one? Looking at that, you come back to live. And the reading is super strong around live.
Voodoo.
Is it? Here, I can show you everything I've stolen during this game.
Is it the
Yeah, as you take everything out,
Is
you
it the
open
cocaine?
looking at the brick of cocaine, as you cut that open, hidden inside of it,
tiny Barsimian?
It's a newborn baby.
as you
have
open it,
raised.
you find 6 hidden bottles.
Oh my god.
No plutonium sulfate. Get the juice.
Can everyone pass me all? Can everyone? I was like, do y'all trust me?
Yes.
What?
Y'all trust
Yes,
me?
we trust you.
No, why? You need this to kill the president.
You gotta convince Jack.
Do you trust me?
You keep saying that.
I have to believe.
Okay.
Okay. And I take
Uh
Oh
oh.
no.
all 6.
Uh oh.
and I pour it over Barsimian's grave.
Did I really want him back that bad?
Yes, my king.
Oh my god.
Who's just the only one on board?
You're like.
I just need to let Iffy know.
Yeah, on a friend level, it better work because I did want to drink that and get crazy.
yeah, fully.
We have to kill the president.
I back you up on big swings like this. I have your back, but let me just.
I thought you had to spill that.
This is so annoying and so
you,
scary.
Tell us and you're being like, y'all trust me? Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. It doesn't work. We squeeze the stuff out of the dirt. We drink.
That's so true.
Barsimian, and we eat.
We drink
Barsimian.
Barsimian.
Just ate his body. He was
We
just like
grab-
get in the hole with his body.
Yeah.
Little spa moment.
We can't cook it out, so they can't cook him. They just want to eat it raw.
This person, because without him, our data seems like we could not get home.
Absolutely. What if we did that same exact plan with 3 of them?
It's not all or nothing, honestly. Also, Paula wants to do cocaine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, as you start to get a little bit of cocaine, I'm gonna say,
Just
I'm gonna
paints
say
her
this.
nose with it. Doesn't
You
even
pour
put it
all-
inside.
Uh-oh, it's...
I am torn as a game.
Oh no. Okay, hold on.
Okay, are we
Because
predicting?
This would have been awesome to do on a Nat 20 and say we pour everything out
Yeah.
and he comes back to life.
Yeah.
You know? But then obviously Brennan's gonna say because it's
I
such
feel
a...
like though it is still a thing in D&D that I guess it's not really that you can
it's the rule
taking
of
a
pool.
big swing is always going to get you
fully,
something, right?
Fully.
But
Like he had no basis except the fact that they were trying to figure out what to do with Barsimian, and then Brennan reminds them about the cocaine, and they find the thing. So it's kind of probably that moment of like, oh, this was given to us in this moment, which means those two must go together. So it's nervous making. Like I would be like, wait, hold on.
pause.
Wait.
Which is literally what they're doing. Is
Yeah.
he going, no?
Which, yeah, it's like, do you trust me? And then I'm just going to pour it in.
I also love that he continued because if it was me and someone said no, I'd be like, oh,
Fine.
I give it back.
Yeah. But it feels like, it makes sense. Like,
Oh,
thematically,
totally.
the big call and stuff.
I would never
But
take a big swing
anyway,
like that. No, not on
absolutely.
other people. I would take it if it was affecting myself, but I don't know if I could take it when it, like, unless I suggested the idea to
Like,
the
you
table.
could say that, like, Kingskin opened it, had everything. Then Vic said, do you trust me? And asks, because if it was a Liv and Wendell moment, it's like, hey, can I hold all of them? But because it was handed out to each of one, it felt like that was my glass. But if Kingskin discovered it, Wendell asked for it, like, it could have made sense.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
here we go.
No, I get it.
And here's why I'm torn. The move is beautiful. Iffy's talent for storytelling is so wonderful to behold. Now, my instincts to comedy are that if this does fucking nothing, that's hysterical. But I think what I'm going to do is this. Wendell believes. In this moment, Wendell believes. And we are going to pour that out.
Pour one out for Wendell.
Man with no
Pour
head.
one out for Barsimian.
No head.
He punched a wound closed.
fair,
though, on
that's
there.
I think this is going to give each of you a role, and we're going
gosh.
to do a skill that is not represented here in this world, and that skill is.
Luck.
I was going to say heart, but it is. But it's if you believe. Do you believe? And is truly anything possible as you pour them out? 6 bottles, 6 heroes, 6 chances. I'm going to pass the box of doom into the center of the table.
Izzy's like,
If you hit a nat
Is this a
20
group check?
and become the GM, you get to decide what the rules of the game are.
okay, there you go.
And
there
I
you
want to
go.
say that I reserve the option to make something absolutely buck wild happen if even a single nat 1 shows up.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay, everyone,
He's gonna-
shut up, everyone. We're going to
He's
listen
going
to
to grow up
this.
into a giant and eat all the heads off.
you can forego rolling a d20.
Okay, no.
No.
Passing, rolling and passing.
Let's go over to Iffy.
Yeah.
And
He starts us off.
You,
Oh
so
my
you start us off. What is as you pour your bottle of adrenaline?
I also feel like
Okay. So Brennan's saying, like,
from the heart of King
he's
Skin,
basically
bring it-
allowing it where each person gets to pour it themselves rather than...
You're making the decision to pour.
Yeah, you're taking everything yourself.
And as you pour, are you believing in its
Yeah, yeah.
ability?
X, where Danny Bain's dead body
Okay.
is within this?
He gets a net 20 on the
Burial
first one, so it's like, oh cool, we don't get to
What is Wendell thinking and feeling?
keep everything else.
Also,
thinking
pouring
this
it on the
has to
ground,
work.
it's just going to the
he
ground.
was
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
to
yeah,
Damien
yeah.
Babe.
looking at everyone's look of horror. He's like, I know this seems crazy. I know this seems impossible.
Oh,
but
I
being
love this
stuck
song.
in this video with all of you, if I've learned anything, it's
Aw.
without our siblings, we are nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
Oh my.
So close. Okay.
Oh, so it's only in at
Does
20.
anyone feel moved? Like who? So
Oh,
Russell,
yeah.
You see Wendell say that. What does Vic say to
That is
Wendell
such a
after
Russell
that
thing to
speech?
believe
Fully,
in that
Is
little
looking at Russell.
conversation.
How
Window.
to have a 5-second car. How to lose your virginity. How to pound a couple sombreros, but I never thought that you'd learn the most important lesson of all. To be honest,
Friendship.
kid, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Wendell feels a deep
Oh,
connection to
blessings.
Vic Ethanol, that the most important lesson of this character he has learned. Russell, what are you feeling in this
Ooh,
moment?
the switch.
Oh,
Russell
and not the
feels
Beardsley as the next
like
one.
He's kind of like trying out the not super isolated version of life.
Yeah.
And, just wants to like really back. Like, you know what? Yeah, I believe.
Hell yeah.
7.
A Beardsley
As
on
you
a
think
7
about
is
this burial
crazy.
practice and think about saying goodbye. Does Russell in this moment hear Jennifer's voice in his head?
I think she is like really angry that he saw that love letter in that picture.
Yeah.
And she's still very different. She's like, don't even talk to me. You invaded my privacy.
Yeah, fully.
He has a very adversarial
relationship.
relationship. Like, she's too much like him. They wouldn't actually get along in real life.
Yeah, I love
Are
that.
we each individually like taking one and pouring it as we?
I think that's beautiful. I like that. Yeah.
I thought that's what he said.
I thought so too.
I think Usha is inspired
Literally
by
talked about
Wendell's ability to dream. You know,
Oh my God.
I think
It's gonna be Usha that
goes
rolls.
to the recesses of her brain, and she thinks about her time being invaded by G13, and thinks she remembers a moment not so long ago when she poured beans onto a tarmac. I think,
Wow.
you know, that was kind
Powerful.
of tarmac. That was kind of
It was
cool.
Tarmac?
5 seconds ago.
It's not a tarmac.
Yeah, sorry, my tarmac.
The tarmac of
And
my
she
heart.
thinks, you know, that was sort of
Tarmac
a
of the
big-
jungle. Dirt.
I could do that for my sibling too. And she
Oh.
goes, that guy?
True.
Don't take it from me, a nerd. And Usha says, "Shut up." And she
Oh my God,
actually
TJ, are you
remembers
ready?
the
It's
thing
gonna be
that
an at
Sensei
20.
knows, her granddaughter Lisa, one of many granddaughters. The others who she's never mentioned.
It's gonna be Rekha that gets the freaking net.
About her little doll.
I feel like I have to make myself small.
To resuscitate it. Bring your boyfriend back. And then she thinks, I want to get a kiss.
Oh,
It's a 5.
a quarter of a net 20.
Think at home, how cool would it have been?
How cool would it
It
have been?
would have
so
been so
cool.
cool,
In the
Rekha.
comments, how cool would that have been? Scale of 1 to
In the
10.
comments.
In the comments on a place that has no comments.
Here's
Discord.
The word belief in
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be Liv. I believe that every single one of them could roll an at 20.
No, it's gonna be freaking. It's gonna be freaking Manhattan, and he's gonna be so grumpy about
Yeah,
it. He's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
like, I don't
yeah.
even want to do this.
That's a 5.
Do you hear anything from Greg Stocks in this moment as you're pouring out the vial of adrenaline?
I fucked an alien before.
Yeah, sick.
Believe.
That's sick. Yeah, fucking sick.
Would you like to?
Anything can happen. I fucked an alien.
She is geeked up on the thrill of a lifetime, having accepted this as the excitement that she needed in her life. And sort of having seen how alone
It would be
Russell
poetic.
and Jennifer are in their lives. She and Jack are sort of like, I don't need to choose that.
Yeah. As you pour, go ahead and give me your roll.
14.
Does Jack say anything in this moment to Paul?
Yes.
Great wreck.
Wow, Jack never changed.
To his own body.
To his own body.
You need a lot of words.
You don't need a lot of words.
True. He can't see his her body.
No, he knows her thoughts.
Sees
Oh,
everyone pour
so her
their
thoughts have a great rack.
adrenoxinol,
Yeah.
plutonium sulfate
No, you thought of
onto
yourself.
Barsamian's grave. And maybe it's that Kingskin has gotten a little too into Liv. Or maybe this was already inside Liv and out in the real world. But she takes her bottle, she rips it open,
She drinks
she
it.
downs it, and she runs.
I love that.
Oh my God!
Fuck all of you!
Ah!
I'm tired of doing everything for everyone else! This is for me! I'll stay in this game! I don't care! I'll figure it out! I don't know this guy!
The love of my life.
Fuck! You tear off into the jungle. Give me stunts.
Kingskin's taking over.
Can I do an opposed brawl?
Liv does take off, but we're gonna see how fast you can run.
So my first
I
roll
love
after
that.
anniversary. It says 7. I'll blow that up.
Okay, but also you roll with advantage too, just to see if you might blow up naturally on your own.
Naturally.
It's still a 7.
Okay, you explode. So that's an 8. Now you're rolling.
Wow. I love the fearlessness of making a big call like this in a episode that is at the end.
Liv takes off. Russell, you tear off, and you see Liv, even with the adrenaline, Jennifer drips, pulls up alongside you, keeping pace in this moment. You two are alone in the jungle here in this moment. Liv, as you feel
yeah,
that
it's
adrenaline
Russell and
on yourself,
Liv.
filling your veins,
Beasties.
you're like, you see all this world is like open to you. Everyone's pouring it out for Barsimian's sake. Everyone's expecting you to do the right thing, expecting you to do what you need to do, and that
Such a
completely
cool
silent
move.
expectation
Such a
are
great
just gonna
move.
play a
Just leave me alone, Russell.
I can't. I'm not alone anymore. I've decided that's not my thing.
Well, just leave me alone right now. I'm tired.
And they're doing like freaking Edward Cullen running, where it's like everything is going so fast.
I didn't even make the deadline to accept anyway.
What? You can just say it got lost in the mail.
I guess I could try. No.
Okay.
I only applied because I don't know. I don't know what I want. Everybody
I'm
else
envisioning
wants
them
from
on the side of a cliff.
Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I don't think.
You're still
Oh, I
dead.
stopped.
Oh, you stopped.
I
Okay,
stopped
good.
and I like bent over.
I was like, oh, you sounded like you had something to say.
I just. Oh God.
I love that because I think Brennan was doing a small bit. So when he was like asked to make the omelet and Starstruck, and he was like, no, you don't stop mixing. Oh, it was the Princeps.
Yeah, Princeps doing the eggs for
Doing the
everyone.
omelet.
You can't let that sit.
Yeah.
That's what Lou
Kingskin
said.
knows he could.
Facing our demons in this
Pretty
nasty
sure
little VHS.
this guy's hulking
so
out right now.
I agree.
Fully.
The thought of going back to my
Oh, he can
apartment,
stop
oh, no.
running. Yeah,
the fact
yeah,
that I
yeah.
just have string cheese in the fridge is gonna haunt me. I'm thinking about moving.
Oh, well, what if you move somewhere new and it still feels like that? Sorry.
Immediately saying
No, just-
sorry.
Okay. You
I don't-
stay in your place.
Maybe you're just so used to being the bridge burner that that's where you feel most comfortable, but you can like break that cycle anytime.
No.
Yeah.
No, they all hate
No.
me.
No. I seriously, I think every one of us was thinking about maybe just drinking it instead, and then somehow, by the grace of God, none of us did but you. I think everyone will really understand you.
But what if I keep going? Like, what?
You can run. You could just run in this jungle in a VHS tape. This is fake.
Great.
You might feel like you're escaping.
Yeah,
but
come on.
Your life is just
So
on
good.
standstill
So-
at home.
yeah.
It's just waiting there for you. Nothing you do here is gonna like make that go away.
I don't want to go home.
That makes a lot of sense.
You really think they'll be okay?
I really think you can apologize and they'll totally be okay.
Yeah.
I also,
Arc needs to happen.
Ah, a hulked
you
up
know, I mean,
Kingskin just coming back. Hey
everything going on
guys.
has been heroic.
Can I tell you something, Russell? Stealing doesn't even feel that good. I thought I was here as Kingskin to learn that, like, I don't know, be bi, do crime, whatever. I think maybe only do crime if you want to.
I'm doing a lot of like,
I love
stuff
it.
around like.
Because Kingskin and Liv haven't really had like a really obvious visual arc here.
Crazy ass ways. Before you know it, you're stealing, you know, money from the people that you love, or like whatever you were talking about, and like.
We're both crying.
Oh.
I stole crack. I stole from my grandma when I was really young. I stole from her.
I did that too.
Shit.
I was like, she doesn't need it, but
Yeah.
she was looking for it.
For so long.
She was gonna give it to me anyway for my birthday.
Oh my god. It's so tragic.
$1,000 I'm sorry, this is such an insane
It's really
Yeah.
nice.
No, yeah, I love it so much, dude. Should we get back there? or,
Sorry,
like-
this is such an insane side plot.
Okay, I'll come with you.
Okay.
I'm still like really amped up.
Yeah. You were crying kind of like extra
Want me to
hard.
carry you?
I'd love that. Russell gets
So
in
cute.
fetal position, just like looking at the trees pass above.
How are you coming back from this interaction carrying? That was
Yeah, that's shouldn't it be the other way around?
Hi everyone, I'm Baby.
Yeah, baby.
And I'm daddy.
Oh,
Kingskin arrives back in camp.
what if
Jennifer drips. With his
they
baby
just
Jennifer,
vomit
baby
up
Jennifer.
the Nqnnqck onto the thing?
Put her back down on the ground. Ow.
Baby Jen.
I face Wendell.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I think I needed to feel what it felt like to be completely alone, and
That happened for maybe 1
it
second.
wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah, that's cool.
High School Movie coded this soundtrack.
But like at the end of the movie when they're like, we're just gonna be friends.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Being in a videotape would make me think I'm any less of a fucking loser.
Oh,
it's great.
Oh no! Okay,
You know,
Liv is gonna kiss Wendell to shut him up.
Oh, this is classic.
Or
into the
Simeon
movie.
is gonna wake up.
Toxica.
You are absolutely roid raging right now. He doesn't know that.
I love that everyone's like Toxica.
Okay, sorry for being toxic.
No, do your thing.
Literally toxic because the adrenaline is in their blood.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I want to hear the rest of what you were saying.
No.
Sorry. She pulls back from the kiss. What were you saying?
I forgot.
Looking at that glowing X in the ground, you see Tony the Jaguar stand up on his hind legs and begin to sing.
See, I told you that this shit was gonna happen.
It's beautiful and it's not funny. He begins to sing the Warrior King's harmonies with him. The dog tags in your hand blow up, take 2 injury levels. And Wendell, looking at Liv, Vic looking at Kingskin.
Oh my God.
Still touching your lips, your first kiss. And you feel the dynamite in your hand glow. And
What
you
the
look
hell
at
is
it,
going on?
and in between the sticks of dynamite,
There's
There's
one more.
another freaking.
as these names were on dog tags here, written along with the serial numbers on the casings, you see the name Damian Bain. You are the new keeper of Never Stop Lying.
Oh!
All hail the king.
I remember the first game.
What?
I remember the first king.
Huh?
Because she's 100 years old.
I need.
Wait. That is so cool.
That's such a good fail.
But I also think I wouldn't be surprised if that was planned from the beginning, because like somehow something was gonna happen to Damian Bain, that one of them would become the keeper of
The
the VHS. So then, like, you know, for example, if Wendell decides to take it, that he is now the guy that can bring other people here.
Now that Damian Bain is king, I wonder if he can help get these people that are stuck in here. Bad Bunny. The lady with the smokes.
No, because I don't think they have their.
I know, but can we get them a MacGuffin back? Surely we can figure it out. But anyway, that's just my thought, is that maybe now that he's king, the end of this will be that all their MacGuffins return to them, because they'll get a DM moment.
Congrats. This is a big
Such a
moment.
good
Do you
fail.
feel any different?
Such a good
Simeon mentioned that, like,
resolution
he
to the
discovered
fail.
This tape, and I think Wendell, back in the video store, like you were the person who kind of cared about.
Yeah, exactly.
these the
It's so
most.
good.
And I think you feel.
Okay, we'll say.
And you can take Liv there, and Liv can have.
out of here. Yeah. Go back home, and then come back here whenever we want.
So that must have mean that they had to have Simeon regardless. They couldn't leave without him.
Tony the Jaguar looks out and says, "Time is running short.
See, I freaking knew this man was gonna talk.
Time here in the rainforest has come to an end.
Really?
We must make our way to the various. Yes. Question.
Everybody. Oh, we've been through so much.
Oh my God.
Everyone eats dirt and kisses.
My
each other.
second kiss.
And Tony says what?
And
And Tony says what?
What's you gotta say?
You see, Tony says, "Are me and the Warrior Kings allowed to join in this, or is it just for you?"
Yeah.
I kissed the Jaguar. I dipped the Jaguar. You're so cute.
Scratches you a bit.
Like it hooks on his tongue. With great. The Warrior Kings.
Don't
the
bring that
Jaguar,
here. That's
all
for
of you
Fantasy
make
High
it
only,
dirt,
please.
And
Take a moment in between this to say to Wendell, I meant it with you.
Thank you. I meant it too.
great.
And then we each go back to.
Go back. All the dirt.
The way dirt that Brenan's bloody body was
Did you see
buried.
what he just did to the
Also, it's
cocaine?
easy to go down 'cause
That was
also
the way the cocaine
fully.
spilled on it. So there's some molasses.
Oh my God, this is heaven.
Yummy, I got death in my tongue.
Exactly.
There's also cocaine.
Yeah.
You guys do a bunch of coke.
I eat the tracker by accident.
So we do need, like, I guess if it's just
part?
a
Is it the
bag.
tape that
I
we
know.
need?
Yeah, which part of this
ties
kid?
in.
It's the adrenoxinil.
It's like
Now,
this
with
like
all of that
tiny little
being said,
circle
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You guys all get -5 to all difficulties.
Oh, he's
from
giving
the
it to
adrenaline
them.
until
He ate the dirt?
because you ate the dirt, you get -5, to all of that until the end of the scene,
I
which
knew
is right now. Let me be clear. You got to ate a bunch of dirt, made out, poured out your bottles. Jaguar can talk. Warrior Kings covered in beans. You guys take off.
Incredible.
Again. I want to watch it again. I wanna
Look
see it.
at Jennifer.
Jennifer looks great.
Huge fight.
Freaking
There's
must
more
have
cereal
been.
in the bag.
Why
Jack's just full face on the ground.
A bunch of dirt, made out.
Kingskin and Vic. Wait, who's
Manhattan-
that one?
Well, that's Manhattan. That's G13.
Oh yeah. G13's like, oh my god.
Poured out your bottle.
Kingskin.
Oh, it's a little bit green.
No happy Kingskin.
Yeah, he left.
Jack is sad about it. He looks like, yeah, it's gonna work.
Greg hasn't been in any of those shots. Is he bad?
Greg?
Can talk. Warrior King.
Greg has not been in a single frame, y'all.
Yeah.
Covered in beans. You guys.
There he
Greg's
is.
not-
He's in the mech.
Oh, he's in the mix.
Take off.
Incredible.
This is a good movie.
Maybe it's because he's a secret agent. Like, even his hand was over top of the camera.
Oh, was it?
Yes, it was like the 5 of them that poured them out, but it was like not
Cute,
there.
cute.
Maybe
my
this
gosh.
is why.
Just shooting a gun.
Freaking like turning into Iron Man, but bullets.
Oh my god.
Through the water?
Incredible.
Can I call on
Kill
a
count.
criminal to give me a vehicle?
Yeah, for sure. Skidding into the clearing, you see that Kirk, the guy who you had in your first scene, skids in with a hot rod. What's up, boss?
Kirk, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Want a whip?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll walk home. And you see he takes off into the jungle. Machine gun, flying, stealth bomber, Jaguar. You've got a car.
I loved it. They're trying to do something crazy, and then Brennan will do something crazier.
By
and they're-
disagreeing with it.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh my god.
So I'm just by myself in this hot rod, so people are mad.
Where are you all headed to?
I think we should suit up.
Arriving
Yeah,
in our
love it.
nation's capital, the reflecting pool, the Washington Mall.
Not the
Lincoln
red,
Memorial.
white, and blue.
Oh, say does that.
I love how Brennan will always figure out a way to have a singing moment for himself.
Skies. You see jets flying in all directions. You see huge sort of like cyberpunk screens, almost like Times Square, have been put up everywhere, featuring all of your faces, being like most wanted, Vic Ethanol, Greg Stocks, Jennifer Drips.
Oh my
Jack
gosh.
Hat,
Oh my gosh.
Team,
Oh my gosh.
Steven Skin. You look around and see all throughout
Steven Skin.
these giant like posters
King
everywhere
Skin.
as you skid in.
Steven what?
Steven Skin.
Mall.
His last name's Skin.
And all of you look at each other.
His first name's Steven.
Enormous
Crazy.
challenge awaits you.
I do wonder if Dave knows. If Dave knows that these are other people and he just wants to kill them. And that's probably why the
Or just
Shadow
thinks that
Falcon.
they're really bad people.
Yeah, I think maybe the president is the one that convinced that group of people that they are all gonna die, and that he managed to get people to believe that this is a videotape. That's how he gave them
Which is
sentience.
crazy because everyone else got struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Should we?
Suit up.
Go shopping.
What did you say?
Shopping.
Yeah, same thing. Go to the mall.
You look at Washington, D.C. shirts. We're at a shirt store.
That say,
I
my
love
dad,
my-
DC.
Oval Office and
It's like
The
salt
thinnest
and pepper.
wig of
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah,
time.
The
yeah.
thinnest wig of all time.
Pepper. As
You
a
can
matter of
see
fact,
the
it
lace.
was like,
We all like you. You look so good, Vic.
you know?
I'm gonna pretend
Wow,
to be Abe.
SNL. Hello. Well, I'm allowed in. I'm making the food. for the
Okay,
president.
aid, chef.
Chef.
Incredible.
Italian mustache. Thanks for asking. Italian mustache. Italian,
Oh.
Hair.
Molto bene.
I don't want to explain how the time of this works. I just want to use a trope used in action movies where you split the screen into 3 different pictures.
Yeah.
Church, confessional, new suit.
Yep.
And,
Unbelievable.
and then Greg Stocks combs his hair the other direction, and he looks completely different.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Love it.
See, that's
Steven
beautiful.
Skin goes to asks a passerby in a suit. Where does a senator get a suit around here? And he goes and gets like the most like DC Capitol Hill type suit, and it kind of cosplays what his life could have been like if he stayed that Princeton West Point track.
Oh.
He's giant now,
And
right?
he's really big, yeah.
You look like John Fetterman.
I know we're doing a suit up segment, but give me a hot check real quick. I'm for sure fucking dead. Like in moments.
No, not in moments.
We won't let you die.
Someone's just gonna shoot him from like the tree line.
taking care of my family.
I think you're a very nice boy.
Wait, Doug. In case I didn't know if you're gonna take the mitt and get your head shot off or something, but so I just wanted to ask: is there anything you would like us to do for you in the case that happens? Not that it will.
If
He's
I
gonna
were to
choke on
die,
that mint.
There's just one
He's gonna
thing
choke
I
on
would-
that mint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
I knew it.
He chokes on the mint. He chokes.
Usha, touch his neck, bring him back. A grandson.
Oh. Go ahead
Your
and
fingers flex and start
Okay,
working the...
this is like a
Give me a witch check.
23-year-old
D6
nerd
witch
that
check.
just said
Exactly.
grandson.
15.
Already.
Imagine just saying, yeah, can we
think I
pickpocket to
On
like
one
get
of the giant
into the
screens, you
freaking
see
White House?
President Slater hand. You watch it begin to fly off into the sky.
No.
As he rides it like a dragon rider. 2 enormous wings covered in dirt and earth and
No,
sod,
ma'am.
And a flying, massive jumbo jet White House with him on the top wielding a sword begins to circle around through the skies of Washington, D.C.
And I see.
I mean, I guess this is
like,
kind
one
of
the
their
cars
fault because
driving
they
by,
decided to
I just like jump in. I pull drips.
go
Drips
crazy.
In with me.
So
Well,
now
they were
Brennan's
always
gone
gonna go crazy.
Driving, and there just so happens to be one of those, just so happens to be one of those big trucks that move vehicles, but the bottom's down. So I use it as a ramp and go flying to try and land the
There's
car
always
on
one of
the
those
White
in
House.
movies
Hell
like
yes.
this.
Yeah.
I need an injury level check from everybody. And give me drive 15.
10.
Oh, yes.
Straight, baby. Yeah. That's a 20.
Put the clock-
Again?
So as soon as he gets on the top, suddenly, in all of your souls, your
Yes,
parts of
give
your
them.
body, you feel that Barsimian Higgs made it out of the video somehow. When the tags exploded, Barsimian Higgs made it. Landing in there, he looks. There's a button that Wendell.
He's gonna rewind?
And it sends a missile flying, and we cut to a country far away where there's a person who's like, I am glad I've made my white supremacist super soldier 250 million of yours, and the missile explodes, killing 250 million white supremacist super soldiers. By Wendell did himself, and and then an oxygen falls out of
Is that the plan?
out of the glove compartment. 3 bombs.
3 bombs.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
We just-
Just to be clear, you just gave yourself 250.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
He used his DM to kill a white supremacist.
Cool. So, okay,
Yeah.
you fire a
That's my
missile
president.
and kill.
Frick Doug's like, I have to get in the seat now. I have to get in the seat.
He's just killing
Also,
random
you know that
white
Barsimian, like,
supremacists.
is ejected from Never Stop Blowing Up with Barsimian.
Yeah, they're like, what is it,
outside
like
of the
magic
VHS
missile?
alive
Just
once
like they
more.
go anywhere.
And also, so 3 bottles fall out of the glove compartment.
Now Barsimian is watching this on the TV.
Here you go. So you should have 3. Pass the other 3 to me, please. So these three come home to me.
What if it's iffy every single time?
You launch a missile, kill 250 million, the modern day population of the United
I'm
States.
so legitimately.
Yeah, of course he is.
All we have to-
We're working on it. We're working on it.
It's like 8 billion. If I get GM, I'm
It was very good, but I'm also mad, and it can be both.
And they can be both.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, this is
He's
Professor
back.
Gunshoe.
Hello, young man. I need all of my
Yep.
to report to Washington, D.C. STAT.
Oh, stop.
What's STAT?
STAT is in Thomas. S is in Sam, T is in Thomas, A is in Thomas.
So I'll start the phone tree, and we'll get there as soon as we can.
And just so you're aware, we are trying to get the president and kill K asterisk LL him.
You feel a tap on your shoulder. The sidewinders are all right here.
Oh,
Faster and backflipping.
Incredible.
You see
Incredible.
across the continental United States. In seconds, they were here.
What Hands Across America wish it was.
Ooh, operate a crane.
Or just like find a way to hook the White House so we can climb up.
nice.
Okay, go ahead. Give me. This is going to be weapons, and the difficulty.
I feel like I'm not really commenting because I'm like, okay, tell me what's gonna happen
Another
next.
thing that's crazy. Another thing that's crazy.
God. Jack, there's a line of like 60 cars, and you skid on your butt across every single hood. Bam, 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 skipping like a stone. On water,
yeah.
Land in crane
a
in a
disco
construction
song.
project just outside of the White House. Whipping
Funky
the crane
Jack.
around, it's like wrecking, the kind of chain they have a wrecking ball on. There's a massive hook for snagging and lifting the top of the crane,
Crazy.
providing a ground to White House bridge for anyone.
Crazy.
Who wants to hop on my back?
I will. Us oldies gotta stick together, girl.
She's doing it on purpose.
What else we got going on? So is filled with people. You see that there are a ton of super
Man,
soldiers
imagine having
that
to know
all have
the
those, like,
anatomy
sort
of the White
carabiner
House.
Yeah.
Rappelling ropes.
I guess
As
that's
the
probably a thing that Americans just know.
orientation of the
Though.
White House shifts radically. All of them are like secured to
Imagine
columns
knowing the
with
beehive in
suction
New
boots.
Zealand. I would have no idea.
Opening
It's shaped
fire
like a
as you run up
beehive.
the chain
Like
towards
this
What do you
level.
mean? There's no room for the queen in there.
I presume there's an the Māori queen.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm thinking about this too much. Threw it in
It just has to be
to
300
game
million.
armor.
Like it doesn't have to actually be that.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
251 million.
You just avoid all of the ammunition
so
you charge
freaking
into
cute.
the White House, like skidding
Wow.
into the door.
Seeing
crashing
them
through a
put their
glass
little
window,
beads in
bullets
the
whizzing
tray,
past
it's just so
absolutely
funny.
into the White House.
Case that he bought.
Calling himself
on his
Steven now.
startup journey, and he just calmly walks up the bridge with his briefcase.
25 minutes late because of traffic.
We should all have to act like NPCs when it's not our turn.
It's just a 7.
Okay, take 2 turbo
Just doing
tokens.
the
So there's
what's like the
45
NPC
degree
like
angle to
like breathing
the
motion.
that you, Wendell, is
The music
driving
is
the
so
car
loud this
over the
episode.
wall of the
Yeah.
White House as it's flying, and you see that
Someone
one
forgot
word
to
he
turn the
says,
slider down.
Senator Skin coming to work.
Senator
One of the guys
Skin.
goes, Senators don't work at the White House. It's a fib.
I realized the briefcase to black.
Oh, nice, nice.
That's true. I did not think about a senator at all, and I know nothing about senators.
No, it was
So
like 200.
Senator
They
the
even
Ram,
work in the White
Senator the Ram, I know
Into the
about.
Yeah, yeah.
him of everything.
As you punch Dave, you sink a fist through the side of his skull and crush his brain. And as it
That
does,
was
you
freaking
see-
cool.
You pull it out and you watch the tape rewind. And he goes, give me a tough check.
You're a Time Lord. Doctor Who turns up.
He slashes at you with a sword. Whatever he did
Guys,
there,
that was
Yeah.
such cool
you
effects. Great
see
job,
that,
guys.
There's some
Yeah.
wild piece of. Give me wits 10.
An
You've
Arcana
called-
check.
You've done rewind, called
that
it a
is a
couple times,
9
but it's
and
not
all.
actually happened until now.
You look at him without touching a bottle at all. The veins go green in his
Yeah.
neck again.
He's been drinking it consistently.
You sense that on a wits 10 check, he is remotely introducing adrenoxinol into his body
Yeah.
somehow. You can't quite.
It's in
be
his
sure,
butt.
Yeah.
But as you're looking at him,
He's just got bottles
you are
attached to his
almost
butt like a
positive
friggin'.
that his MacGuffin is not.
What are those
on
things called?
His person,
What?
and you wonder.
What are those?
if
Hold on,
there
just
is
talking
a
about the
way that
MacGuffin.
he has to introduce
Wait.
adrenoxinol. You can't quite be sure, but as you're looking at him, you are almost
Soda
positive
stream.
that his MacGuffin is not on his person, and you wonder if there is a way that he has to introduce adrenoxinol directly into his MacGuffin.
Oh
And
my
something
god.
about that registers a reminder. There's something in you that goes like, there's something here.
I go over the radio and I let everyone know that that's maybe a possibility for like power.
Yeah.
Upon hearing that, I want to do a wits check to try and
Upon
remember
hearing
what
that.
Dave was holding when he got sucked in.
Hell yeah.
That's a blow up. That's a 10.
That was it.
If he does it again,
Critting.
I will throw.
D12 double blow up and double the tokens. If
Double
you're,
blows, double the blows.
unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
No pressure.
Come on.
No pressure. No pressure. No
I
pressure.
know. I'm bringing out a
But
new
you don't
D20.
want
But
to
then-
because
So
this
hey,
is
just
a lore
cancel
dump.
it's fake. That's a 10.
Okay, so that's still 32. On a wits check, you try to remember what he was holding. You remember that Dave was holding the slip with the serial number, the late fee invoice for Never Stop Blowing Up. Oh my God. We're gonna cut from there. Dave is bearing down on you.
Gosh.
As he does, he looks right at you.
Was
and
she
goes,
was Jennifer looking at who was Allie looking at?
Where? Right now?
When Allie was looking across the table, who were they looking at?
To
Must have
Jack.
been at Jack, right?
'Cause
Because
Jack
they
was
went into the
with
room.
them.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
remember
yeah.
who was in the room with it.
which one of those fucking losers are you?
I'm a bald aide.
I want you to know something.
You made their life
These
miserable.
people, they're all characters in a movie. When I kill you, I know it's for real.
Oh my god.
About.
Yeah.
In the Shadow Falcon protocol, there was some kind of device that was referred to as a super bomb.
Yeah.
And
His
there's something in there
freaking
that you
MacGuffin
recall
as a
remember.
as a
You
freaking
have to
football.
do some sort of special cross.
That'd be
and it
crazy.
unlocks-
So you're facing Dave on the roof. Wendell,
His
what do you
MacGuffin
do?
is the bomb.
As you roll that, you see that Dave backflips somersault. Give me a tough check.
'Cause
he
that's
rolled a
the
7,
3A.
subtract 5 from
Replace
whatever
with
you roll on
another.
tough.
All right.
Replace with another roll. Blow it
That
up,
is a 9,
or
but I
get
will
10
spend-
tokens.
Ah! And chops himself in half.
Okay.
Hello?
He's gonna grow another freaking human.
Calf grows
Yeah.
Another, and there are 2 President Slater Hancocks facing you.
Oh my god, I hate this so much.
Snake legs. One of you's mine.
I reckon that he's gonna just do something where it's like, so if I kill him, that counts for 200 people.
I think that's
Great. More fucking losers. Which one are you?
the one you hate the most, motherfucker.
I'm gonna do what I always should have done. Put you out of your
Is
fucking
murder?
misery. Sitting there in the corner
In the
of
real
porn
world, what I
section,
should have done is murder you.
fully.
wasting your life
The hell?
away. If you don't build something, then you are fucking garbage. I made Dave's Video World. What did you make?
I go like
Didn't it
this,
have to shut
my
down?
hands turn to metal again, and 4 missiles shoot out each knuckle.
Give me a weapons check.
Sick. Again, what you
5,
said.
I'll make it blow up to a 12.
Whoa, shit.
I
Oh my
got
god.
data.
Fire 4
Holy
missiles out of
shit.
your hand. One of the Dave's fucking blows
Nice.
up is destroyed immediately.
Ridiculous.
If the sword flies up, grabs it again. Jack, you have the crane. The backflippers all rush into the White House, and then Kingskin.
Yeah,
you're
all the
fighting
backflippers
Portico
are just
with the
jumping
other
on the
guards. What are
crane.
you all doing now?
Thing.
I want to like call down to Lucy and Johnny and Dove.
And Kachushko.
And I want to be like,
No, because wasn't he a bad dude?
They don't
can you
trust
guys
him.
Call out sequences to you. You hear your son,
The staples
Johnny,
on his
go,
head.
Dad, I'm gonna wire you through. I think part of the chain from that crane was tapped into the White House server room. Try to upload your data file onto the crane's computer. Hack the crane, Dad!
okay,
What are you saying?
This is a DC 11 tech check. What's your tech?
4.
Got this.
Bar mine.
This old gal doesn't know much about tech. I may need some help.
From me?
Upload the crane into the fucking
Uploading crane to Sky database.
Roll
the
tech.
hell?
Go these 11.
10. I spend 1 to meet it.
1 blow up.
Yeah.
Roll your
So
D6.
6.
4.
4.
Should I blow up?
You
Yeah.
want to? You'll double whatever tokens you have left.
Yeah.
Roll up. So that's a 6.
I like that he does the
Okay,
effect,
that is
even
12.
though they're gonna have sound
You're good.
effects.
You had 12, then you added, you took away
3.
3, so you had 9, then that doubled, so
To
then you had
18.
18, so then you could go ahead and, I'd go all the way to 20.
Let's do it.
Incredible.
Remember, every 20 is a chance.
18. What did you just roll on the D12?
Blow up a country. That's so freaking funny.
You spend 9 and still have 9 tokens. Blow that up.
Oh my
Now
gosh.
you're at a D20.
Let's do it.
For tech.
Like the scene from Ghost. But
Yeah.
computer.
But with a
With a
computer.
crane computer.
16.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
So you get behind, and Patrick Swayze. So we see a skinny hacker, Patrick Swayze.
Double click.
How much? I'll blow up that one. Yeah.
Do it. Okay. You blow up D20 as well.
Wait, notoriously when you're coding, don't you not do spacebars? Everything is like an underscore.
D20 in a single
And I
roll.
have just 1 more token than I started with.
One more token than
Wow.
you started with. I think this game works. I
I
think it works. So
think it's
the
fun. I don't know if it
controls of
works.
this Are just binding of gears speak to
Oh yeah, nice sound
in
effects.
binary. And every machine is a computer. Every machine is a computer. When you hack hard enough, the whole world
What?
becomes
I love when
a
Brennan goes
database.
into this mode.
Electricity begins to move.
It pisses
through
me
the
off
chain
'cause
of
I'm like, what are you
gears.
saying?
Gears speak to you moving through a set of binary information that you can process with tech knowledge into a 3D map in your mind. White House database. You can see everything. In the center of the Oval Office.
There's a nucleus at the White House.
In the center of the Oval
There's a
Office.
nucleus in the
There's a super
White
bomb.
House.
And that super bomb is Dave's MacGuffin. As long as it exists, Dave exists.
He's gonna march over to.
It is an unending storm of bullets.
It's cute, the effect on the other lights
Yeah.
as well.
Especially because it's America, so guns. Hey guys, sorry.
Loading up ammo, really.
Yeah.
I'm going to work.
I'm going to work.
Work here!
Absolute Boromir.
Yeah, absolute Boromir behavior. As you are being led in by your friends to see if the bullets like slow you down or if you can like power through them, I'm gonna need stunts 10.
9. I'll blow that up.
Yes.
Nice.
And see if you can beat it by at least 5.
10. So that's 20.
Hey, did you want?
Yeah.
You want to blow it up?
You want to blow that up?
That's okay. I wouldn't double any tokens.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I have to.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Take the tokens. Shut the fuck up.
None.
Like, at least you get to roll a 20.
And then I'll roll a 20.
The most important thing you can
Brennan never does that. He never does that.
Rolling a 20.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to.
There are two other abilities. There's two other abilities.
And
that
then
we're
I'll
gonna-
go up there.
I'll do it, but I don't want to.
Whatever you
Come on.
choose.
Let's do it.
11.
Nice.
Incredible. 22 plus 11 is 33.
Oh,
so
God.
walking sort of slowly through bullets.
He
eventually
presses
you
that
are
blow up
waking
button
and it
so
does hurt
seamlessly.
enough
I
that
love
you
it.
want
I know, and he
stop,
remembers
and
to
you
do it so
jump
often.
Yeah.
straight up
Like even when
through
it's
the
like a,
ceiling and
a,
then
There's
a
times where I'm
description.
like, oh, he's forgotten,
You
but
are
he
standing in the
doesn't. He
Oval
always blows it up.
on the wing of the
I wonder how
massive
in
White
the
House
editing file how many
superjet
explosion sounds they
transformer
have.
White House jet
It's like 30
monstrosity.
options.
There is a car with Vic ethanol on it. Greg stalks with missile hands. Jennifer drips, brawling with a sword-wielding President Slater Hancock, aka Dave Balt. Suit, broadsword, American flag bandana. In the crane, becoming one with tech itself.
Oh my
Jack
God, that's so
Manhattan
creepy.
In G13. A White House full of back-flipping gymnastics martial artists. And in the Oval Office, a smoking hole in the floor. Before you, Kingskin, filled with adrenoxynyl plutonium sulfate, is Dave's MacGuffin, the super bomb. That's all for this episode of Dimension 20. Never stop blowing up. We'll see you all next week on the thrilling finale.
I feel like crazy. Like I feel like sometimes my brain was shutting off because of how freaking like
Yeah.
what's
I
it
think
whiplash
I
I was getting.
think this is the episode where I was just like, okay, I'm trying to absorb all the information, so I don't think I've really like expressed as much, which is kind of funny because obviously it's a reaction.
And we also talked a lot. Like
And I'm
we'd
like
talk in big
absorbing, and I'm like, yeah, but you're right. It's like it's so crazy and so many like everyone was doing wild calls, which I love for them. Obviously,
Sorry if we cut out your favorite moment just because we didn't react enough. And like we have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
out,
yeah.
like we
Like, we're
reacted
just,
the
like,
same to every single change. That it was like we're not just gonna keep all
we're
of them
like
in.
so enraptured by what we're seeing. Like I think it's just like this is the second to last episode, so I think it's okay to say amazing performance from every single one at the table. Like I already mentioned, so I love Alex's brave decision to allow their character to have that moment, because it's like that totally makes sense. Like everything, as insane as everything was, I think the emotional beats really worked for all the characters.
I mean, especially when it was on a thing that didn't have to happen. It was called by another character.
Yeah.
It wasn't called by DM. It was like a situation that was called for from Iffy's perspective.
Yeah.
And then to then be like, everyone is doing this and my character would not do this. And then to commit to that bit and leave.
Yeah.
Like I would
Absolutely.
not, I would never have done that.
It's like,
Especially when no
sorry,
one got a 20.
I'm gonna leave. Yeah, and you're like, you could still be the
Like
20.
if there's someone got a 20, it's like, okay, I'll just like, it's all good, I'll go. But like no one got a 20 and then to sacrifice the possibility.
But that's why it's also crazy, because it's like it wouldn't mean anything anyway if someone did get a 20, because then everyone would just move. We would just
Yeah,
move
we'd
on.
all move on
So
with,
there
like,
would
this crazy
there
thing.
would be no point of them being like, well, I'm gonna drink this and leave you. Like they would probably like try to find a different moment where that would be more meaningful.
I also love the fact that we got that crazy call from Iffy. We got the crazy moment from Liv's character, but then Brennan honoring the failure with
Absolutely.
such an amazing
So
like
good.
decision. Like I think it meant that whole scene ended so well, even though we didn't get him back. Like it ended better than if we had got him back, which is
and
what you were just saying.
That's really something that like I admire with Brennan and his DMing skill, is the being able to see something. Like I think it was in great display there, where where he is faced with a certain scenario, putting aside, because we all know he's good at this, is sorry, my dogs are barking, is being presented with a situation from his players and wanting, because like he sees and he acknowledges it in that moment, right? Where he acknowledges it as great storytelling. So that's aside, we know that's amazing. But for me, a big standout for me is the fact that he came up with a mechanical way to honor it, where it felt like everyone had a level of agency. Where even though it was down to the die, but everyone got that chance, instead of just like, okay, this is Wendell's moment and Wendell's gonna break open the glass, and then narratively, we talked about it, but narratively it became, okay, each one of them is holding a bottle and they're all gonna pour it out.
Yeah.
And so I was gonna say this earlier, but by the time it got to Dang, I was like, crazy how this was a moment that started with, do you trust me? Let's pour it and try to bring this guy back to life. By the time I got back to Dang, it was like, this is actually so tense.
Yeah.
This is like, a lot is riding on this to be successful and to be, because like we're just pouring everything out. And so with that one decision of Brennan going, okay, mechanically, this is what we're going to roll. Something crazy will happen at a 1 and all that. And everyone got to participate. Everyone felt the weight of that moment. And it wasn't wasted on one character only.
Even the fact that because, we didn't even get a nat 1 either. So, like, the situation itself was not exciting, even though the setup was for it to be exciting on a failure or a success.
Yeah.
And even in Alex's decision, although I'm sure Brennan had already come up with that idea maybe as everything was going on, I almost feel like the yes that Brennan was having, like, I will do this as the failure, right? Like, this is what will happen. It almost gets solidified because Alex didn't go for it.
Yeah,
it's
which
like,
was just
well,
beautiful.
like we already made a big call, and then someone made an even bigger call in this bigger call. I'm going to honor this by doing this big call. Like,
and then wrapping that whole kind of encounter really nicely and emotionally. The other thing I'm gonna say, just so before we move on, is in a movie as insane as this, if you were watching that movie and they're like, so many things have happened to us where it's like, I want a car, and now there's a car here on the roof. My car is in the attic. After all of that rabid, insane stuff that's happened to all the characters, they were bound to have a moment where they actually really want something to happen. Like when stuff they don't expect to happen, and it's like, oh, I've got this guy that's in my network, and suddenly you're in the Amazon. Unexpected things. This one, they really wanted it to happen, and it fell flat.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you were watching a movie, it's like, you would hope that something would happen there, but of course nothing happened there.
Yeah.
So it was like,
it feels right to the movie as well.
Yeah. If you were watching it, the pacing wise of the movie, it's like, you're not gonna
I also
get
think it's funny because without the live moment, I don't think this episode is very emotional at all.
Yeah. It was just
like
crazy.
I guess the adrenochrome moment as a whole, like even Rekha going through everything with Usha.
Yes.
Like I think this episode as a whole, without if he hadn't called for that, I don't think we would have got any emotional beats this whole episode.
Yeah, I think that was the heart of the episode.
100%, and I think elevates every other crazy point because we got to have
a reflective moment.
We got to have like some ebbs and flows. It wasn't just like this kind of like peak moment that we're just kind of building towards. It almost makes the crazy also crazier because Brennan can go, we already had that moment, I don't need to pull back at all. Let's just keep going. Like we're going to split this guy in half, he's going to turn into two people. Like there needs to be no pulling back at this point. It's so crazy because I'm like, it makes so much sense, but it's like they didn't write it, so they had no understanding of what was going to come in this episode, and it just feels
amazing.
Oh.
And obviously we don't have to go into it, but just if you're getting a second GM moment, beautiful.
I really, really hope that we get a bunch of GM moments, even if not everyone gets to do it.
And also like poetically how great that if he gets the 2 moments, because he was the one that was like
first one that got to talk to Vic, the first person that got to communicate with all of the like different MacGuffins and understand so much. And like Brennan said, was the guy that cared about movies in the freaking movie store above everyone else.
And so to become the new keeper as well is like, oh my freaking gosh. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know that was a little bit crazy. Everything was crazy. Thanks for being here. If you like this video, please like it. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Do all those. And anything else?
We'll see you back for next episode, the last episode in the series.
Crazy.
Thanks for following along on this journey. See you next time.
See you next time.